Hello.
Welcome back to Viewer's Choice 2013, The Real People's Power.
Free your mind.
So, Tony, what's our topic for tonight? Or are you just going to keep doing that like you're a fucking fish?
You do that all night long just like I'm a fucking fish.
Oh my.
So,
you're going to keep doing it all night?
So here's the topic. We touched a little bit about this a while ago, but it really wasn't like... We touched a little on it. Racism in the world. Racism in the world. This includes groups that we're going to shortly hit tonight. Include the KKK, the Black Hebrew Society groups. When we talked about that before. WestBoro Baptist Church,
of course.
The Black Panthers. Neo-Nazis.
Okay.
What else? That covers the major groups, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, group number one.
The KKK.
The KKK. Ku Klux Klan.
Ku Klux Klan.
Who don't have a fucking clue. Yeah, you heard me right. You fucking ghost-looking sons of bitches that think you can get away with everything. Why? Because you fucking white little hypocrite hicks from the fucking South that want to sit there parading on a horse like you live back in fucking 1892?
Hi-ho, Silva! Away!
You know what I think they should do to people who join the KKK, who are part of the KKK? They should grab those fucking ropes, wrap it around their necks, right? Tie them to the back of a horse. Shah!
And just scare the fuck out of the horse so it runs and never stops.
Or they should go and burn the crosses in front of their houses.
Oh, fuck burning in front of their houses. I'll kick the door down and burn it right in their bedrooms.
Ku Klux Klan. I remember in 1994, they were doing a march down Main Street in Laurel, a predominant black city at that time. And the Ku Klux Klan decided to do a march down the road. My brother happened to be there, my brother Wayne, and he was hanging out with a couple of his black friends and enjoying the parade, and then all of a sudden here comes the Ku Klux Klan. Yeah, right? And one of them looked at my brother and said, "You pardon this word, okay?" He said, the Ku Klux Klan member looked at my brother and said, "What are you, a fucking nigger lover?" Right? My brother just paused, right? Looked at his friend, looked back at the guy, looked at his friend and said, "Did he really just say that?" Right? So my brother jumped the barricade, ran up to the dude in the KKK, and unleashed hell upon him. That dude literally had to move. People who did that march literally had to move because they were marked. You know? I don't get it. I don't see their points of view.
Me either.
They're just a bunch of redneck hillbilly hicks who have nothing better to do with their fucking life.
Except try to make other people of different color persuasions feel bad about themselves.
And you know what? They're just feeling horrible about themselves.
Oh, yeah.
So they're taking it out on everybody else.
Yeah.
Brings us to number two. During the time of the rising of the Ku Klux Klan, there was also another group that was rising at the same time on the other side.
A rival group.
Named
the Black Panthers.
The Black Panthers.
Well, the Black Panthers were pretty much the oil to the water that was the Ku Klux Klan. Complete opposites, but they had the same goal in mind, to further the one to weaken the other. Of course, the Black Panthers were for blacks only, just like the KKK was for whites only. But the Black Panthers, I don't think, were as, I want to say, heinous.
No, they weren't as radical.
Yeah, they weren't as radical as the
They
KKK.
did more of the rallies. They did more stuff like that.
I mean, now at times they did what they needed to get their point across.
Especially when they were back in Malcolm X.
When they were back in Malcolm X was definitely a time they were at their most.
Now, what y'all gotta understand about Malcolm X, he had the right thought process, but I think he did it in a negative way. Where Martin Luther King had the correct thought process, and him and JFK together accomplished the goal. But in any case, the Black Panthers were back in Malcolm X in the ways that he wanted to do things, and they were basically his arms,
his soldiers, his protection, his whatever you want to call them. They backed him, but they weren't going out of their way to like personally, physically hurt those of the white persuasion.
Right.
They just, like Tony said, they did the rallies. They, counter pickets, and shit like that. And to my knowledge, I can't remember at all during my school years if we ever went over a time where the Black Panthers just went out killing random white people.
No, they just beat the hell out of them.
Yeah, they'll whoop your ass, but
I don't think they killed them, and if they did, it really wasn't hit upon. But what I don't get there, especially during that time, you can't cure hate with hate.
No. It's just going to create more hate.
People who hate it more when you love. They're like,
kill them with kindness.
They're like, what the fuck? This guy's being nice and I'm being a whole prick.
It's not working. They're not getting mad at us. I've just called you the N-word and you're smiling and you're still saying hi. How are you? How's your day?
So this brings me into the next group. I'm leaving the big group for last, and that's not the WestBoro. It'll be the Nazis.
Okay. Next up will be
WestBoro.
WestBoro Baptist Church
/ the Black Hebrew Nation.
The Black Hebrew Nationalists or something like that.
Yeah. These two church groups, that are trying to use religion to back their beliefs and humiliating and downsizing and totally stomping upon anybody that's not them, basically.
Now, the main thing these two groups have in common that I find completely despicable is the picketing of funerals.
Yes.
That is the most disgusting, disrespectful, ignorant, trifling, just downright fucked up thing anyone could ever do. Why would you picket a fucking funeral? I don't give a good goddamn if the funeral you're picketing was for a mass murderer. It's a fucking funeral.
You leave funerals alone.
That is a time for family and people that care to grieve, to bid a final farewell to someone in their life that they have just lost. And you ignorant ass motherfuckers want to hold signs and shout stupid shit.
And
then you have your fucking kids sitting there holding signs.
Worshipping the dead. That was one of their signs they were holding.
Worshipping the dead. Do we look like we are in a pyramid? Do we look like we are fucking sitting in a sphinx hailing King Tut or fucking Anubis? Now, let me be clear. That is not my way of knocking Egyptians or anything like that.
Those are just examples.
Those are examples. Worshipping the dead? What the fuck? A funeral is not worshipping. You're not worshipping a person that has just
they feel
died.
No one showed up at their funeral.
You know what's going to miss you?
So when when what's his name? The leader of the WestBoro Baptist Church.
Something Phelps.
Thank you, Phelps. When Mr. Phelps dies, Nate Phelps. No, not Nate. That was his son.
Yeah. Fred Phelps.
Fred. Thank you. When Fred dies, is anyone going to be at his funeral?
You know what? I'll be nice. I would go to his funeral just so I can piss on his grave.
I was about to say the same exact thing.
And hopefully I've just eaten some burritos and tacos so I can have some spray farts. That's how much disdain and loathing I have for him and people like him.
And we'll take about 20 seconds to hit on the Black Hebrew. One of the things that they did that was very heinous is talking to a bystander and saying that Jesus gives them the right to rape women.
And to rape, more specifically to rape her. And that her boyfriend would have to do nothing but sit there and watch and enjoy it. And she would have was to do nothing but like it and take it.
So that brings us to, we're going to hit on this for a couple minutes, the Nazis.
Actually, I think the Nazis deserve their own... Oh, wait, before we get into the Nazis, I just want to say, and I want to point this out because I found it very funny, even a group as hated, disgusting, and heinous as the KKK, even those psychotic motherfuckers don't like the WestBoro Baptist Church.
They, at least, the one thing the Ku Klux Klan, out of everything that they do, they do not disrespect people at funerals.
That's a line you shouldn't cross.
And they crossed it.
Did they ever? So,
you know, we'll do Nazis tomorrow night. A full topic.
Well, I was just gonna say we should do it and split it into a separate episode. Cut this one where it is.
I got time. I'm getting a little tired, but I got a little time. We'll be right back with the Nazis.
We'll be back with the Nazis.